Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys, welcome to this stream. If you're new here, hi, I'm FEARSONA. You can call me Sona, and I'm your friendly neighborhood true crime VTuber here to give you full body chills. And, you know, today's topic is a little bit heavy. It's been circulating online, it's been going viral for obvious reasons because it's tied to pretty tragic events. And I know that probably a lot of you guys are expecting some gotcha moments, some like, oh my god, is Sona getting political? Are we gonna argue here, left, right, you know, like the two sides of the two sides of the pendulum? Not really. Like, I am gonna admit that I did not watch Charlie Kirk. All I knew was, oh, thanks. Wait, let me fall on my face first. Hi, Sona, how are you? Joshua, thank you so much for the super. I'm not bad. I'm gonna try to slow it down today because I think yesterday when I was doing the case, when I was like talking about the case, I just kind of went on a rant and it was like I got out of breath and I got sick and the stream was shorter than I wanted it to be. And today I kind of want to take it slow. You know, I want to discuss certain things and recent events. And no argue, just justice. And, you know, like, I hope that we can keep the discussion respectful. We can keep it, you know, just not low-key. What am I? I'm looking for a good word, you know, like respectful, calm, you know, like I'm not here to argue which side is wrong. I'm not here to argue whether or not Charlie Kirk was right about things, wrong about things, because, you know, I would only see clips of him here and there. I don't have the full context. I don't have his full like program, let's say, or of his opinions. So I can't really speak for like on what he was talking about that much. I do know that, you know, like the clips that maybe were circulating, yeah, I would say like, oh, I disagreed with some of them. I kind of, some of them made me think a little bit, and I was like, oh, you know, like he does in clips, at least, like, again, not full videos, but clips. I would be like, oh, okay, well, that point makes sense. I wonder, you know, like maybe I don't agree with it fully, but there was some like good points there. And I'm hoping that I can give context to some of the clips and quotes that have been circulating ever since his death. So the assassination, right? Which was really tragic. I'm not gonna play the video from that day because it was, the video is graphic and I don't understand how. Like, I understand if it was circulating, you know, like you guys know me, like when I do my cases, when I do true crime cases, if I do talk about like, oh, I did find some graphic content, but like that was while I was researching, it wasn't really on social media. It wasn't really on front page, you know, like you have to dig for information to find some of the graphic stuff. And I don't really like the fact that, you know, everything can be found on the internet. And in Charlie Kirk's case, I was really hoping that this video wouldn't be on like, you know, out in the open on social media, like especially uncensored video of the, you know, the shooting itself. And I was really shocked to see it, you know, like usually when I find this kind of graphic content, I usually like dig for information on a case, and it's just like I come across it and I talk about it like, hey, I saw things that I can't see. And in this case, I really don't like that this video was like circulating on Twitter, because it's not only adults that are on Twitter, right? Twitter is for, I don't know, what is the age limit? Like, is it from 12, from 13 or something like that? So I assume it was circulating on Facebook, it was circulating on Instagram or wherever. And it's pretty concerning. It's pretty concerning that it was not censored properly. Like, it was just there, you know, everything seen, like visible and stuff. yeah, like I can't I can't understand how it was like allowed, how it was not taken down, or at least the versions that were not censored, you know. Like I understand about report, I understand that it's reporting, you know, like, oh yeah, like it's footage that is very good for the algorithm, very good for reach, right? Like it will go viral, but I just don't understand how it was like allowed to be uncensored. Anyway, that's issue number one. So the main topic, today's main topic is, are we, no, are we still online, please? Please tell me I didn't. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so scared. I'm so scared that we're online. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, still live. God, because for a moment, yeah, but back to norm. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys can refresh the died for a second, but we back. We're okay. Hopefully it's not gonna die again. Hopefully YouTube is not gonna take it down, because I'm really not here to take a stand, take a side, because I've always been like, I'm gonna say it politically, I would say I'm like very indecisive, you know. I would say I'm very, very at the center. Like I've always been very much center. Like if I were to place myself somewhere, right, like somewhere on the spectrum, like of the political spectrum, like I would say like I'm really in the middle. And I usually try to, like, if I see some polarizing news about like, oh, you know, this political party is trying to do this, or this is the horrifying point of this other side, and I'm like, okay, let me see what's the full context, let me see both sides, and let me decide what am I leaning to more, right? Like, so it's more like yeah, I'm very much at the center, and I agree with some points from the left, I agree with some points from the right, you know. I try to keep it, oh my God, thanks. I try to keep it very much like, yeah, like center kind of, I try to follow common sense and just look at facts, or look at full context. Don't let the internet hear that, so that they will call you a fence sitter. Listen, I've never, that's the thing, like I do like this one image that's been also kind of going viral online about like the political spectrum, and people who are on this, like in the center, the very center, or like left, suddenly, you know, the spectrum changed, so like it's stretched in a way that just placed you like, oh, suddenly I'm on the right or something. It's just like, what? No. And suddenly I'm being called like, oh, you know, people are called bigots, or people are called, like, they never changed, and it's just like, what is happening? Okay, but basically what's and I'm trying to avoid this shit, yeah, but don't worry, like oh Jesus Christ, let me just pull up my plushie thingy, because I have to add like 2. Okay, I have to add like, yeah, wait, was it another one? There was another one, I think. Oh no, it was 2. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna add the plushies at the end of the stream, so don't worry, guys. But so what we're gonna talk about today is the reactions to, well, the assassination itself, the reactions to Charlie's death, and specifically reactions from, and I know that thumbnail says certain things, the title says certain things, and I'm gonna say this, like, this is based on, you know, the most popular viral videos, and yeah, it's, you know, yeah, it might be clickbaity, the thumbnail or title might be clickbaity, because of, it is the algorithm game, so I was looking at the most popular videos, but of the same topic, from, you know, with the same topic, but I would, like, I don't even want to say like, oh, you know, liberal people celebrate it, you know, liberals celebrate it. No, because it's not even liberals, like people, like actual normal people with common sense also reacted in a way that they were like, what are these people talking about? Why are these crazies posting this? This is insane. Why would you celebrate the death of a person who wasn't evil? Like he wasn't, like he was just a guy. He was just a guy that talked on camp, like on university campuses. Like that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna play some clips because some people reacted in a very questionable way. And not only, you can react, you can have an opinion, you can absolutely feel nothing, you can feel nothing about Charlie Kirk's death. You can feel very neutral because, and honestly, I do feel very neutral because, one, I wasn't his fan, like I wasn't a follower. Two, I wasn't his friend, his family, I don't know, a person close to, I didn't know him personally. So it's normal to not feel super sad if it wasn't like your idol or if it wasn't your family member, right? Like you can feel shocked. I was shocked. Shock is a normal reaction. Like you don't have to feel sad, cry and whatnot. Like I feel like, it would be kind of intense. Unless it's someone you've idolized, unless you've been a fan, or who wouldn't be shocked, right? Like who wouldn't be shocked? But unfortunately, some people took it to the next level, and they openly celebrated as if Charlie Kirk was nothing short of, like no one short of Hitler, essentially, and they celebrated online. They posted some very, very questionable videos talking about how evil he was, how like he's the spawn of Satan, basically, and celebrating. And then after the very public celebration of someone's very shocking, very public, very bad and gruesome death, they celebrated, they were happy, right? And I think a lot of these people did not realize that cancel culture does not discriminate. Like, we know where cancel culture started. Like when cancel culture started, like it's been a tool. It's been like, I don't like cancel culture, by the way. Like I just, like, especially for words or opinions, I don't like it because it's very often like blown out of proportion. And like I'm not a fan, but those people, like they thought, okay, rules for thee, but not for me. Cancel culture it's not gonna get to me. Surprise, surprise, it did. These people got fired, or there were like real life consequences of them openly celebrating someone's death like this, and not the death of, a known, I don't know, war criminal or some evil figure, like incredibly evil person. No, they were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, and I wouldn't, he wasn't again, like he wasn't like a monster. The reason Charlie Kirk's death saddened and shocked me was because it could as well have been me. I didn't know him before, but the more I learned about him, the more of myself have I seen in him. Well, yeah, like that's valid, like if you were more like, up to date on his videos, on what he was talking about, then sure, if you agreed with some of his points, I'm not surprised that like a lot of people were shocked. And so we're gonna be watching some of those videos, but first, before we watch those videos, because like I wanted to give some context to like two most viral clips and quotes that have since Charlie's death, they've been circulating online. They've been posted over and over again by people who disagreed with him, who hated his opinions, and they wanted to kind of paint him as a monster. So there are two clips or two quotes. One is about empathy, and the other one is about gun control or gun deaths. And yeah, we're gonna be watching crazy soon. Like I don't consider them on any side, political side. I consider them very unreasonable people that are incredibly emotional and a little bit unstable. Some of them, like I would say, please slow down, please think about common sense, please like look in the mirror and say it to the mirror and look at yourself and see if you don't seem a little bit unstable. Jesus Christ. Bacon says, it essentially boils down to them celebrating the death of a man for the simple fact that his political opinions were different from theirs. Yeah. That's what it boils down to. And I personally don't like it because it's not like it's, it is free speech. And I always say like, hey, free speech does mean that people that you think are wrong in their opinions also speak. Like people you disagree with, they speak too. Because if you ban them from speaking, that's not free speech, right? Like that is where free speech ends. That is not to say, that is to say, hey, it's about speech, words, opinions. Even if the opinions are like violent or whatever, as long as they're not followed by actions, it's just words. Just words, like no actual actions, no calls for violence, like inciting nothing like that, just opinions. Like that's free speech. And yes, we're gonna hear, like, you're in your lifetime, you're gonna hear some polarizing opinions, you're gonna hear some opinions that you completely disagree with. Does that mean you have to, does that mean that person who is like on the opposite side of you should or deserves death? No, it does not. Like that's where we spiral into, I don't know, we descend into chaos. We descend into just violence, we descend into anarchy. Baked potato. That is where free speech ends. You are right on the money. Yeah, like that is where the free speech ends. All right, that is where that is called censorship. I'm sorry, that is called censorship. Like if you're not allowing, everyone to speak equally, everyone to be heard equally, everyone to have the right to speak their mind and their opinions, that is when censorship happens, and that's where that's where free speech ends. Okay, so the first quote that's been propagated, that's just been kind of paraded online, is that Charlie Kirk had no empathy. He said that I can't stand the word empathy. I think empathy is a made up new age term and it does a lot of damage, right? That's the quote. But the problem is people don't post the full quote. This is not all he said. So what he said, actually, there were two things. Like they usually post like 20 seconds of that clip too. But what he said was, I can't stand the word empathy. I think empathy is a made up new age term and it does a lot of damage. Sympathy is a better word because empathy means you are actually feeling what another person felt, and no one can feel what another person feels. Yeah, that's the full quote of what he actually said. That there was like also a video clip of this, and people just take it out of context. They just take this very first sentence and they're like, oh, look at that, he's a monster. He has no empathy. No, he just thought like, hey, I just don't like the term because it indicates that you can feel what another person is feeling, not through your experience. No. Like you can feel what the other person is feeling, which is not possible, right? He liked sympathy more. Disagree, but still not as bad as the contextless version. Well, like I do believe that empathy is maybe not like, oh, about what, like that you feel exactly what the other person is feeling. It's more like, to me, empathy is more like, oh, I can empathize because I had a similar experience, right? Like something like that. Like I think that empathy does exist, but this quote was just taken out of context. Like it wasn't really a complete quote, and he was just talking about like more like, hey, I just prefer sympathy, and I do have sympathy for people. I just don't feel like I don't like the concept of empathy. I prefer this, I prefer to call it sympathy. And so that's one. The second one is a little bit harder, or a little bit, wait, where's the, okay, so the second one was about gun deaths or gun violence and gun ownership. So what people are saying, or they are circulating online, is this quote: "I think it's worth it," like regarding gun deaths. So he said it. Turning Point USA CEO and co-founder Charlie Kirk said of gun deaths on April 5th, 2023, and this is what people are usually using. They say, they quote him, "I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have the cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights," right? Like, this is the quote. This is the polarizing quote that everyone is vilifying. Everyone is, circulating online. But the problem is that he actually said something else. Like, besides that, he also said something else. He also said this. Like, this is from, like, the full quote. So the full quote was, "Having an armed citizenry comes with a price, and that is part of liberty. You will never live in a society where you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. Nobody talks like this. They live in a complete alternate universe." So listen, this is, it's a little, like, I don't necessarily, because I personally don't like guns. I was born in a country that just doesn't have very easily available guns. So maybe, like, I personally don't really like guns, but I also did change my stance on guns in the USA, kind of. I think that, hey, well, it is what it is. It's not gonna change. Like, it's a huge change that is just, it's just difficult, and it is a constitutional right in the US, which I understand. Guns are, like, I would say, hey, maybe instead of, like, it just saddens me. Rather, okay, let me just think about, like, how do I want to approach this? So the thing about, like, gun ownership is that, yeah, they have screenings, they have systems, like screening systems in place to screen people for, like, before buying guns. I know it's pretty easy to get guns, which, maybe I'm not a fan of. I think if US has guns and it's just not going to change anytime soon, like, I would hope that maybe there's more pressure put on like screening people or mental health programs that prevent people with mental health issues or that are kind of higher risk of misusing guns, of getting them, if that makes sense, but I've been kind of seeing that the current government is ironically defunding some of those programs. So I'm like, okay, so more unstable people out there. But what do I know? Like, I'm not an expert. I don't really know much about guns, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like, I might not necessarily, like, is it worth, like, to me, do I agree with this opinion? Like Charlie Kirk's opinion on gun ownership? Not necessarily. Is it worth several deaths a year, or like some gun deaths a year? I personally don't think so. But the full context of this quote does change it a little bit, because he was talking about the scenario, hey, we already have it. And in a society that does have citizenry with guns, like, it's just impossible to have zero gun deaths. So that's the whole context. Banning guns would make sense only if no one had them. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I think. Like, if you could really make it so that no one has them, Yeah, obviously that would be, ideal if no one had them. Suddenly, like they just eliminate all the guns. Yeah, would be in a perfect world. But unfortunately, this is not the case. There are gonna be illegal rifles. There are gonna be illegal guns out there. There's just like the U.S. gun market or firearms market is just too huge to achieve it now, or achieve it in a very fast way, right? Like immediately, it's just not possible. So yeah, that's, regardless of whether you agree with the quote or not, people are using it to justify his death, which is stupid. Absolutely. Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like I could see like, oh, I see this like one snippet of this whole quote being like, reposted and reposted and reposted. It's the same thing with the empathy. And I'm like, okay, well, I've been seeing it. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. That sounds bad. That sounds pretty bad. But let me see the full quote. I kind of want to see, because it seems like this is taken just like one snippet. I wonder what he said fully. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like I might not necessarily, God, I can't speak. I might not necessarily agree with him fully here, but I was just like, yeah, it kind of changes things. It's just, yeah, this one snippet like makes him sound like a monster, but actually the whole thing is like, oh, okay, that's what he meant. Oh, okay, well, that's a bigger discussion. I mean, I support the Second Amendment, so I agree that it's an inevitability that there are going to be some, but I don't think we necessarily have to settle. Yeah, like I think that there's definitely work to be done. Like there can be some improvements. Like if the Second Amendment is here to stay, I'm pretty sure there are ways to, improve it more. Just make sure, like minimize, okay, yeah, there's never gonna be zero gun deaths, but there can be less. Like I feel like there are ways to make it less. There are ways to make it a little bit safer, and that's what I think, at least. But again, I don't live in the U.S. I might, I'm not fully understanding it, and I'm just gonna say I hope that someone with determination, someone in power, and with determination is gonna make it happen, that it's a little bit safer out there. That's it. I feel like there are still reasons to own a firearm, at least. Well, yeah, like I would say in the US, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If I lived in the US, if I lived in a state that just has gun ownership, I would probably own a gun. I probably would, because if I know that, hey, this area has some gun violence, or like, oh, it's maybe not the safest. Yeah, no, like I'm not saying never, right? Like I'm not saying never. Like I would be naive. I would be kind of naive to think like, oh, if I live in a more dangerous area, I'm gonna be okay without at least knowing how to shoot a firearm. Like I would probably get one, or I would probably learn, just for for my safety. This is the reality, right? Like that would be the reality, obviously. Obviously, like I would go through all the proper process, the proper ways. So not with a gun. So all the states, no, like I'm just talking about, like, I guess I was referring to like more, is it easy in certain states? Are there more illegal guns in that particular state? It's just some states make you jump through more hoops than others. Yeah, so I would probably, move to a state that has maybe stricter gun ownership laws, that kind of thing. So it's like, oh, it's less likely that there're gonna be gun violence. But yeah, and yeah, I think mental health is a huge part of it, right? It's a huge part of gun ownership. And unfortunately, like I've been seeing that the government's been defunding certain programs, and I'm like, okay, but that's gonna lead to more people who are not exactly stable having, but there being a possibility of them getting a gun, which is like, hey, maybe those people don't, it's not like, oh, they need to be banned, like, oh, they can't be, I guess, I'm trying to say, like, oh, they need some more, like, they need those programs to, like, okay, to identify that, hey, yeah, they have some issues, maybe they shouldn't own a gun, to identify those people. But yeah, I'm seeing kind of concerning news. Anyway, so those are the two most viral clips that have been circulating online. It's a little bit crazy. And so this leads me, because I've been ranting for like 30 minutes. Wait, let me drink. And yeah, I have to add like 4 plushies at the end of the stream. Holy shit. Holy moly. Okay. The places you hear about having all the crime are the places with the most restrictions, like Chicago. Oh, I've been to Chicago. I mean, I survived, but yeah, I would be a little bit scared to live. I guess like I would be a little bit scared to live in like a huge city like New York, Chicago, you know, like just I would probably stick to like smaller cities. I don't know. Defund health options, increase us versus them mentality. Yeah, and I've been seeing also a lot of opinions about saying that, hey, well, this is gonna, maybe it's gonna be I swear to God, like some people actually said like, oh, his death is gonna bring a positive change. I'm like, where is the positive change? I don't think that's gonna happen. Like I mean maybe I hope, but if there's gonna be some positive outcome, like inspired from this tragic event, sure. But so far I've been seeing a lot of division, and so we are here. This leads us to the main story, the main topic of today, or the main part of today's video. Watching people who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, the face with the zoom in, yeah, yeah. And so far it isn't the change the crazies wanted. Yeah, so far it really isn't the change that really extreme crazy people out there, unreasonable crazy people out there wanted. They are disappointed because I have to say, like, I've been seeing also videos of people who are still left wing, but they're like, this is not what I subscribe to. This is not who I am. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this celebration. The far left people are getting out of control. This is not who we are. And so, wait, Hey Sona, did you see that Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit have to go to a congressional hearing because of political violence? I did not hear that. Well, I mean, I would have to look into it. I wasn't up to date on that. But, well, I mean, if there was some questionable things, then sure, I hope that this is investigated properly, and we'll see what the outcome is going to be. Okay. So, as I was saying before, like, this is the main part of this video. This is what I was leading up to with my rant. And let's watch some videos of people celebrating Charlie's death and then facing consequences because they quite literally got fired or just faced consequences for, their very questionable videos and very questionable reactions to his death. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna try to comment on each video, but yeah. Why? Oh, by the way, this is a compilation by Yinka.guy. I don't know how to read that, but wait, we're gonna just like skip to videos themselves because like I kind of want to good. All right.
Professors across the country in universities and schools have either been suspended or fired.
Let's be real. This is Fascism 101. Teachers being fired over personal social media posts about Charlie Kirk. States that, like Florida and Texas, even setting up hotlines to report teachers. That's not education policy. That's a witch hunt. Our social media is our First Amendment right. Comments in a classroom to students, now that's a different conversation. But punishing teachers for what they say on their own time, That's control. And history doesn't whisper here, it screams. In the 1930s,
Whoa.
authoritarian regimes targeted educators first, silencing teachers, firing professors, banning books. Sound familiar? This isn't about protecting kids, it's about policing thought. If you care about freedom, you should care about this, because today it's teachers and tomorrow it'll be anyone that disagrees.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Wait.
Fascism 101 is people being fired for saying
Kinda wanna hear what he
stupid
says to
things
say.
online. But here's the kicker. Fascism 101 is not the fact that someone speaks their mind and gets killed
Yeah,
over
it's
it. That's not fascism.
propagating-
You know, we should
okay.
celebrate the fact that we kill someone over their free
Yeah, we should-
speech. But
Yeah, we shouldn't celebrate that someone got killed over their speech.
firing people over their free speech, that's fascism. Big brain stuff.
If you were
Big brain stuff. Yeah, like it's not about like, oh, you know, they didn't get fired for just having an opinion or speaking their mind. They got like it wasn't like a normal opinion, I guess. Like they got fired because they celebrated someone's death, as in like a death of just a guy. Again, it wasn't like Jesus Christ.
someone you know have been fired by a company that is caving to white supremacy right now, we have created a website that will be up in about 24
Dear
hours
Lord.
called Fired for Freedom. Firedforfreedom.visual.com.
Wait, do I have another? Because I wanted to. There was like another video. There was another video that I wanted to play, but isn't this one? I think this is not the one that I wanted to watch. Am I seeing the right video? Oh, I think it might be this one. Wait. I think it might be actually this one. I think I might have. Yeah. Well, Zona, welcome to America. That's the one. That's the. Huh? Wait. Wait. Well, yeah, he got fired. Okay, so we're gonna like skip to like videos. We're gonna see what the videos are.
Human beings who were celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Don't count your chickens before they
How it started.
Please let the rumors be true. Let the gossip be reality. Please.
Girl. Isn't that... Okay, I did not know it was that bad, but... Wow. This was... Oh my god, okay. And this one says, fucking monsters. This is the face of the left.
Guys, it happened. He got it pronounced dead.
I can't hear her.
This is literally like, I swear to God.
Oh, no, okay.
Like the big, beautiful obituary. Like, we're so close. We're this fucking close. I swear we're this close. That is for sure. I am definitely popping a bottle tonight. I can't believe this. Whoever did it, I just want to say thank you so much. Whoever did it, they
What the fuck?
finally did it for the sake of humanity. Thank you so fucking much.
Am I... Her haircut just says it all. Oh yeah, and there's green. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's the haircut. The haircut. You know, bust on the side, and yeah, it's how you... It's the... I'm sorry, like, am I getting it wrong? Like, I feel like you can recognize kind of like this kind of crazy person by usually like have buzz cut, short blue hair, thick glasses, like thick framed black framed glasses, right? And then it's usually like some piercings. Not that I hate piercings, I don't, but it's just like it's the whole shtick, you know, it's the whole like set. It's like, oh, short buzz cut blue hair or some kind of color, like kind of messy. Some piercings, maybe some tattoos, and then there's like a black tank top or something with like some kind of political password on it, and I'm like, oh, and a beanie. Wait, a beanie. A beanie is one more thing. Dear Lord. That's how like usually I've seen so many of those people that looked exactly like this, and I was like, wow, it's just like very polarizing opinion incoming, or very unhinged opinion incoming. It might be, I mean, it's probably, I don't know, it might be a stereotype. It probably is, but I've just seen a couple of videos where it's like a person that looked exactly like that just had some kind of unhinged opinion. I was like, whoa, or they were very intense, and I'm like, whoa, okay then. So anyway, we are back to the videos.
You. Oh, fucking shit, he's dead? Fucking shit. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
I'm so like, this is, oh my god, I feel secondhand embarrassment. You do know this is gonna stay. This is staying. Like, this is already, like, lady, if you're watching out there, you do know that this is, your unhinged reaction is gonna stay on the internet forever. It's already here.
To everyone saying that it was such a senseless, violent act. I want you to remind yourself that it was God's plan. I mean, really, it was actually his fault.
It's so fucked up what he said. It's so fucked up what she said. Like, oh, just remember that it was God's plan. And this is kind of mockery on Charlie, because Charlie was a fairly religious man. And that's just low. That is just low. To be honest, so Azuri says, to be honest, the desensitization, God, I can't speak. Desensitization, for fuck's sake. Okay. Desensitization doesn't surprise me. Feel like I have always seen people celebrate violent acts towards people they dislike. Just TikTok makes it so easy to show your colors. In short, it is, it's very concerning, you know, the way, the path a lot of people are taking right now, or immediately after the incident happened, scares me. Like, it scared me. I've been seeing those videos circulating. I've been seeing those videos being reposted, and just, it scares me. The crazy in their eyes scares me. So the lack of empathy, the lack of sympathy that they always talk about scares me, because ironically, there's no sympathy here. There's just very little. There's a lot of emotions, but there's just very little sympathy, and that is ironic and scary at the same time. Please tell me she was one of I'm Fired group. I hope she was. Honestly, fuck around and find out. Like, that's the, oh my god. It's God's plan for you to not make a TikTok about this with that tone. The witch is dead. Then why are you still standing? So now hold my soda. It's on. Listen, I am a strong believer that, I'm gonna say this, I'm a strong believer that you can absolutely have your opinion, but certain opinions you can keep to yourself. The whole internet doesn't have to hear them. The entire internet doesn't. You can have your opinions, like you can speak to your circle about them, no one is stopping you. Yes, I mean, technically no one is stopping you for posting it online, but sometimes you should think like, hey, yeah, there is free speech. I have my opinion, but I don't know, maybe I shouldn't post it online. Maybe I should just, you know, I can just continue with my life happily and believing what I believe, but maybe the whole internet doesn't have to hear me being unhinged. Like, that's Yeah, crazy, because you should be happy that it may make politicians be more mindful that people have limits, but this is crazy. The guy died. Yeah, and you know what's like, it's the other thing that is messed up is that people are celebrating. Meanwhile, and I think someone actually talked about it, like one of those unhinged videos, like it talked about, mentioned the wife and the kids. Dude, Charlie's wife and kids were there. Charlie's wife and his 2 small kids watched it live. They were like, how is that okay? How can you celebrate that? How can you rejoice that this happened to someone in front of their little kids and their wife? Like, that is absolutely messed up. Yeah. And one of his kids is like 12, so it's not like, I think 12, or she's a little bit bigger, you know, one is a baby, one is like a little bit bigger. It's not like she doesn't understand. She saw this. And yeah, it's insane. All right, let's continue.
Because like he should have been wearing like a bulletproof neck brace or something. Like I
But
cannot
this was
believe
just
he walked
not
out the
him.
house without it. I mean, really, you
Not to mention, this was not him. This was, you know, oh my God. And he was going to college campuses. He's not the president. He's not a politician. He was just a regular dude. Yeah, like an activist, speaker, commentator. Like, why would he wear a bulletproof vest, you know? Where you be that fight monsters lest ye become one. Yeah, just, you know, just don't, like... It's even worse that there are people who want those kids dead. That is like a whole kind of whole other fucked up thing. Like that's just vile. All right,
you have to be aware of what you're wearing in public so that like people don't target you and you don't become a victim. So I guess this is just another example of God's plan in action. Was not a senseless act of violence.
Oh my God.
This was God's plan. Happy.
So with Charlie Kirk getting shot, it's a good time to remind us that he is the one who said verbatim that gun deaths are worth it for to keep his gun rights. So as long as we don't take...
Again, that's the quote that I was talking about. They take it kind of out of context, like in the full scope. They just take that one snippet and they're like, oh, it makes him a monster. It's like, yeah, but this is not what he was talking about. Like, this is not the full thing, so...
Take any guns from anybody because of this. He died a happy man.
I would say pour one out for Kirky boy, but I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
The next day.
Well, today...
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Bacon says, there was some bitch that was upset his wife and kids weren't taken out as well. Politics can really bring out the worst in some people. What are we doing? Like, where are we going? What? Man. You know what? It baffles me that this is what those people are saying. Meanwhile, which, I mean, rightfully so, they would be upset about the shooting that happened at a school on the same day, which this is like another issue. I'm not happy that, not necessarily happy that Charlie Kirk's death, you know, is plastered on. I know it's like a more high profile death, let's say, but you know, it's pretty concerning that the school shooting that happened on the same exact day and several children died, this is nowhere on the media. Like, media is not talking about that. So I'm like, well, on one hand, I understand that his death was a little more high profile, shocking, whatever, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, you know, there was a school shooting at the same time, and kids, but I guess kids, you know, because they weren't activists, they don't matter. Yeah, I think that was the one. I think that was the one on the same day as Charlie Kirk, which is like, okay, great. But yeah, you know, man, if this is real and like people are, like, some of those people are gonna say that they would like his wife and his kids to also face the same fate, this is fucked up. Like, what are we doing? Where are we going with this? Are we I don't know, desensitized and cold and yeah, like zero, in that case, zero empathy that you propagate, that you talk about so much, that you are losing your shit over because Charlie Kirk said like, hey, I don't really like the concept of empathy, I prefer sympathy. Like, okay, where's your empathy? Where's your sympathy?
Enjoy.
All right, this is where the people get fired.
Don't count your chickens before they
How it's going.
I got fired! I got me fired from my job! I woke up and couldn't find the shit from the job. You got shit from yesterday. What the fuck? I'm gonna pay my rent! What the fuck? Y'all thought y'all was gonna not get me fired when y'all did.
I don't know what he's saying. Also, thank you so much, Danny. Yeah, so as far as I know, like he did post, I think I saw a video of this guy like actually talking about, you know, the before video, and then he got fired. So yeah.
So I lost my job.
Uh-oh.
I got called into the office yesterday.
Yeah, because
And
you celebrated someone's assassination.
I kind of felt like something was off, but they called me in the office yesterday, and after I finished like half through the work, and told me that they could either fire me or I could put a resignation in, but that would look better. But they fired me, or they're getting rid of me because of my TikTok and the book post. Somebody screenshotted,
which is crazy coyote. I agree, which is so ironically the thing that these people would usually say when it comes to like cancel culture. They would be like, well, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. And whenever they see, because I've seen cases of, I don't know, people, you know, maybe higher profile people, actors, celebrities, something like, expressing support for, I don't know, right wing, maybe MAGA, maybe something, and suddenly they're not getting as much projects, or they're getting canceled online. They're like, no, see, he's a MAGA, he shouldn't be getting these roles or something, and it's affecting their daily life or whatever, or just regular people, and you know, and these people will celebrate that. They were like, yes, cancel culture, this is what you get. When the other shoe, you know, what's the saying? Where you put on the other shoe, I guess. But yeah, you know, now it's bad. Now it's bad. Like, I'm being fired for what I said online. That doesn't seem right. Well, I mean, you started it. Like, I have to say, like, yeah, just cancel culture was good until it's good until it gets to you. Until it gets to you. Shoe on the other foot. Yeah, shoe on the other foot. Right? Like, that's the thing. I feel like, cancel culture was all good and dandy, which, you know, in certain situations, yeah, like there's, you know, like there's some backlash for some very unhinged stuff, or for evidence that comes out that actually is maybe criminal, obviously, but a lot of the cases were like blown out of proportion or just canceled, like someone getting backlash or someone getting canceled for something that they just said, or like a opinion, right? And then, well, you said something and you're facing backlash and consequences of that. Now it's bad. Like, wait a minute. All right.
Screenshot all of
Do I agree necessarily that, you know, it's fucked up? Absolutely. Their opinions were fucked up. Their celebration and their stupid unhinged posts on TikTok were fucked up. Do I think? Oh, sorry, I have to get up from the floor first. Right place by the left rules, suddenly fascism. Yeah, like suddenly it's like, wait, this is bad. How could you? Wait, but rules for thee, but not for me. You can't cancel me. What? I can cancel you. It's like, no, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. So, you know, let me say this, like, do I agree? Do I like the fact or agree with the fact that they get fired for stupid TikTok videos? Not necessarily, because it's just stupidity, but at the same time, you know, I do kind of get the companies being like, hey, you know, you just displayed that you're an unhinged person or very stupid person, like posting some stupid shit online. We don't want to be identified with that. We don't want to be like perceived by your stupid actions. So, you know, we're gonna let you go. I don't know. Like, am I a fan of like getting fired for an online post? Not necessarily. I'm not. I'm gonna say this. I'm not, because it's like, oh, it's your private account, sure. Like, it's, well, I mean, private if you set it to private, but if it's your like public account and you post some like unhinged stuff, I do also understand companies that just would think like, hey, this person seems unhinged, and you know, they did like this irresponsible, stupid thing online, and we don't want to be identified with that. So yeah, what goes around comes back around. Kind of, yeah. Well, if we just take it as like its own thing, it's just the posts were unhinged to begin with. It's stupid, and it's a fucked up, it's just a fucked up thing to say.
A lot of my TikToks
or to celebrate
wrote a nasty letter, and in my Facebook screenshot those and mailed them to the office to my boss.
Oi.
So,
yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got up early this morning and started throwing stuff outside to sell it. People's come.
Oi.
$1 here, $1 there. I just don't know.
So now when you get a job, yeah, absolutely. Like when you get a job, you represent that job. Not to mention, nowadays, you know what the companies do when they interview you? The first thing they do, they scope your social media. They check your social media. I'm sorry, it is the reality. Whether we like it or not, it is the reality. They are gonna check your social media, what you're saying, how you behave, how you carry yourself online. If you're, you know, a reasonable person, maybe with opinions that they don't agree, but presenting them in a reasonable way and maybe not celebrating someone's fucking death. But yeah, that's what they do, and they continue to do so, because if they get an information that, hey, your employee is behaving in a very unhinged way online that is unbecoming of an adult person and of your brand, well, they will do something about it. That is the truth. Back in 2000s, all of us 90s kids were warned flat out, that what we posted will stay up online forever, even if it's deleted. People forgot about that. Yeah, people seem to really forget about this thing. They seem to forget about the fact that it's gonna stay online. It doesn't matter how long ago it was, it's gonna stay online. It's just gonna stay. All right, let's continue.
I don't know what to do.
Right.
I just know that this 2 years has been bad. It's been bad. I mean, just one thing after another.
Why? Wait, hold up. Why? I didn't. Oh my God. Okay, my body tracking is haunted. I swear to God, I did not lift my arms. Why? Wait. Okay, now I'm lifting my arms, but why? Okay, it's fine. Jesus Christ. Yet started like lifting my arms. I'm like, no, I'm not lifting my arms. What? Ghost tracking. What the heck?
So, I don't know.
Well, I hope that, you know.
I don't know. That's what I keep saying. I just don't know. It's not fair. I think
Wouldn't you know?
I think it's unfair.
Wouldn't you know?
That somebody would be that malicious to do that to me.
Wouldn't you know that somebody would be that malicious? Meanwhile, you were pretty malicious by celebrating, by
I would never hurt
saying
anybody.
some hurtful. Oh no, you wouldn't hurt anybody. but saying hurtful things that, you know, may get back to Charlie Kirk's widow, his kids, oh, that's okay.
Not like that. Not intentionally like that. But somebody did that, and I think it's somebody that works in the office.
Cry me a river.
I mean,
Cry me a river.
I'm nice. I am a genuinely nice person. I'm nice to everybody.
I mean, you can be. I don't like deny that. Like, you might be the nicest person in the world, but you presented yourself on social media very differently. That's the thing. Now you've learned that one clip taken out of context can change your whole identity. Unfortunately. Like, that's the truth. One clip taken completely out of context can change the whole way that people see you. And before I continue with this video, now, do I think that this should follow her for the rest of her life? No. As in, okay, it happened. It's messed up to what she did. She faced the consequences. She got fired. Do I think that she should get fired or not accepted for the next job? No. I think this is an experience, a learning experience. She should learn from this experience. And the next time she interviews, because she's gonna be asked about this, if the company investigates, Jesus Christ. Yeah, my voice is a toaster. Oh yeah. So, going back, sorry. Hydrated. Apologies. See, I don't believe that this should follow her forever. I think this should be treated, if she's smart, if she is smart, and I hope that she is, that she should treat it as a learning experience. So the next time she interviews and the company scopes her social media, you know, finds this clip, finds the whole debacle, and they ask her about it, because they will, she should definitely say something in the lines of, like, something like, yes, I did do it. This was absolutely a learning experience. I regret doing it. I've learned a lot since. I have learned to stand up straight and not fall on my face, even though my chat is pushing me to the floor. Toaster throat. Guys, I also have to add like 10 plushies in this stream. Holy fuck. So, you know, oh, it's AI. I didn't say that. I mean, you can go down that road, but you can also just be honest. Just be honest, be yourself, just be honest about it. Be like, yes, this was a, not my best moment. This was a very bad moment. I regret my actions. I have learned a lot since, and I've reflected on myself, and I've learned that I want to conduct myself better in life and online. That's it. Ta-da! Sona interviews 101, job interviews 101, how to survive a crisis. Maybe I should write a book. Maybe I should write a book like that. How to navigate life crisis. FEARSONA 2025. Goodness. Are we pushing Sona now? Sorry, Sona. Why are you doing this to me? Please don't. Damn. Long live the king. Going to use that line every time I am late to work. Sure. You know, just say something genuine, right? Like, use this as a learning experience. I don't think her whole life should be ruined. I think all of those people, because I've noticed that the demographics is generally young-ish, like younger side. Some of them are a little bit older, but generally young people. And I think they still have a chance to reflect on themselves and turn things around. And this should not, like, it's gonna follow them. Make no mistake. It's gonna follow them in their next job interviews, whatever. but if they are smart, they can still salvage the situation, and they can still learn from this, and they can still learn that, hey, maybe not everything should be online. Okay. When MySpace dropped, a lot of us 90s kids, immediately turned into Bart Simpson's online. When Facebook dropped, we had 10 to 20 accounts back when it was all farmland. Oh my God, yeah. Well, you're so right about this. I totally had like several accounts for no fucking reason. I'm kind of wondering if these people have the right to file a lawsuit. Like, celebrating his death is pretty tactless, but at the same time, don't they deserve the right to say that? Again, not a lawyer. I did see that Legal Mindset did I think he did a video on it. By the way, I'm gonna check it because I did notice, I think I saw some clips, Legal Mindset, and he did say that, hey, this is actually valid, like these are some valid allegations, or there are gonna be some valid consequences to this. So let me pull it up. Let me see if he still has it, and see if he actually talked about this. Okay, so I thought he did a video on it. Well, he did do video on Charlie Kirk threads. Corporate lawyer explains. I think there was like, okay, unhinged online safety threads, something. I thought he did like he did video on those videos, on those like but I'm pretty sure, you know what, I'm pretty sure he did post about the videos. I think it was like on here, Legal Mindset. I think it might have been on his Twitter. I think he might have said something about the he might have said something about those videos, because Hassan Piker, dropping a fast facts where I walk everyone through the simple OSHA form and give some thoughts. Death threats and direct calls for violence were never protected speech. Yeah, so that's the thing. If some of these people are actually calling for violence, this is not protected speech. Anyone engaging in such activity at a minimum must be removed from the workplace and any environment where they can endanger others. Criminal investigation is also on the table depending on the context. So yeah, if some of them mention something like that, then yeah, it's not the great. Yeah, so there's OSHA is such a strong tool to clean up corporate America by removing those who place workers in fear. The best thing is the tool is right there online. Okay. Yeah, so mostly like unsafe online threats. I don't think it's necessarily about these opinions. Asmongold doesn't know how right he is. This is literally a legal silver bullet that can completely purge and transform corporate America, but it must be applied very carefully. Video. Oh, I wonder what he said. So Asmongold dropped a new video calling out various industry leftists, wants to hold them accountable. Talk to HR, let them know how uncomfortable you feel, tell them you feel unsafe, reason why they're protected. A lot of other people at company feel the same way. Interesting. And Dorothy was born in 91. Yeah, of course you're a 90s kid. Wait, what did he say? Wait, what did he say? Oh, okay. Oh, I think I know. So Asmongold, in his video, he was talking about people on Blue Sky, because there was like an outbreak of people on Blue Sky who quite literally, they were just like, oh, calling for the same thing that happened to Charlie Kirk to happen to other people with similar opinions. And so, you know, that was the problem. I think that was the problem. This one, I don't know. Well, if the conduct was just not what the company wants it to be. I don't know if it's lawful. I don't know if it's if this is legal to do, but it happened. You know, maybe the companies do. Like, I'm not 100% sure about the legal side of things, but this happened, and I hope that these people will find it as a learning experience and do better in the future.
All I know is this 2 years has been super bad.
Well,
so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Find a new job.
No idea.
You know, do better. Not sponsored.
So I was just fired from my job.
Well,
so yeah, follow me. I don't know. Like this video, give me a follow, and stay tuned for more content because it is coming. It is coming.
Fired from my fucking job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job.
Jesus.
I was just fired from my fucking job. I was just fired from my fucking job. Now I have nothing but this. I have nothing but this website. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing.
So I would be a little concerned about this reaction. I know that it's, you know, it is like for, probably most likely it is for views. Like most likely this is for social media, like just losing his shit. But, you know, losing their shit. But, you know, if I, as an employer, like, okay, imagine putting yourself in the shoes of his employer, like this person's employer. I actually don't know, maybe they're non-binary. But let's put ourselves in the shoes of their employer, and you see this video. Like, maybe I wouldn't fire them, but I would just pull them into a meeting and be like, hey, this is not a great conduct, especially if you advertise that you work for this company. Like, that's, you know, it's pretty bad PR for the company. Like, can we do something about this? Can we talk about it? Do you need therapy? Do we need to, like, do you need any help? Because it's a little bit concerning. Yeah.
Nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore.
Yeah, I would be very concerned. I'd be very concerned. Like, seeing this, I would, you know, probably call some help or ask them, hey, do you need therapy? Do you need some, you know, mental support, treatment, anything? Because it's very concerning to see. Oh, wow. I mean, it's sad.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Oh my god. You know what they say?
It is concerning. It's very, very concerning to see this. And yeah, like, as you know, as their employer, I would be concerned about their well-being. I would be concerned about their mental health. I would be like, hey, you know, where are you mentally right now? Like, can you, like, is this something that we should worry about? Is there anything you need to, like, do you need to step away? Do you need therapy? Do you need assistance? Like, what? Yeah, I would be concerned. Why would you film that? Well, I mean, it clicks. Yeah, that's another thing. The things people are willing to do for views and clicks. That's it. That's the thing. My question is for that last one. Why would one post that? Yeah, I mean, the lengths people are, or the things that people are willing to post online to get a reaction, to get views, clicks, you know, whatever. Rage bait is, I mean, why do people post like rage bait? Because it generates results, it generates views, it generates income. I don't think income is necessarily like, I mean, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I know a lot of TikTokers live for drama, but apparently it's another story when they are the drama. Yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Okay. All right, other people doing the same thing.
Can't have you.
Just got fired.
You said I have to leave the premises like immediately. So, guess I'll see you guys later. I'm fired. You guys take care. Good luck, okay? Kind of relief. You guys have a good one. Oh man, I feel good.
Do you though?
Got fired. And honestly, when they told me, I was like a little like, eh. But then after, I was like, fuck this. They're back there having their little chat together. The guy that let me go was trying to block me from saying goodbye to my coworkers right now. Like, he was like guarding them or something. And then that's when I was like, okay, bye. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you later. They let me go. They fired me. He looked all disappointed. But honestly, dude, I feel relieved. I feel very relieved. I mean, I'm gonna be fucked if I'm not gonna get unemployment, but fuck it, dude. As they were like having me sign my forms and shit and like terminating me. Wait, let me say goodbye to my friend Michael.
I give it a week.
Hi, Michael. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah.
It's the uncomfortable laughter.
It is what it is. But I think the relief that I'm feeling is a good sign because I did not want to do my shift today anyways. Like, I had a bunch of number 1 lessons and that's dealing with first timers, so fuck it, dude, I'm feeling good. I'm also shaking a little bit because I'm in shock, but whatever, dude, it is what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna do me. Yeah, they were trying to be all nice about it and stuff and professional, and they were like, keep the sweater and all the shirt and whatever, it's all yours. I'm just like, what the fuck do I need this shit for? But whatever. I'm free, dude. I'm free. And I think I'm just gonna start trying to do more of the things that I want to do and not worry about
talking about
any other one else.
Okay.
That's one of my coworkers driving in the car, my ex-coworkers. He was pretty cool too. He would always like be like upfront and like just tell me how fucking draining the job was, and me and him were just both like fucking over the job. He's been working here longer than I have, so I'm just glad. I'm glad they let me go.
Are you?
It wasn't.
Well, I mean, if it works out, if it works better for them, it's fine. Like, if maybe they wanted to quit anyway, or you know, like, cool, freedom. Sure, you're shaking because you're so relieved. Yeah, no, I'm not buying it. But yeah, she's free. Sure. You know, whatever works, but and I wish these people well. I wish that they maybe learn something valuable from this, and you know what, like I do wish that they improve and they move on with their lives, and you know, yeah. I'm being fired from my teaching job.
Miss Luna, activist teacher, and I teach
I really don't like it when they say like, oh, I'm an activist teacher. It's like, that's not okay. Is that specifically your job, or is it a teacher? Then, you know, I hope you're teaching what you're supposed to be teaching the kids and not teaching, like, I don't know, things that are not in the curriculum. Yeah, it's just like, just, you know, just do what you're paid for, and, you know, just teach math. Teach what you're there to teach. So what is this? Okay. They do look like, oh, I was gonna say like, okay, well, I mean, interesting choice of glasses, but to each their own. Yeah. Activist teacher. Those two things don't mix. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I would just be a little, like, I'm just like, can we please learn math today? Like, can we just, yeah, the glasses are a little much, I mean, not my style, but, you know, whatever works for them.
Florida. It's already been
from where? Where?
Teacher.
Okay.
And I teach 4th grade in Florida. It's already been such a hard year.
4th grade, isn't that like 10-year-olds? What activism are you teaching to 10-year-olds? I mean, I hope that she's not, but I hope that she's just sticking to writing, you know, letters, spelling bees, math, biology, chemistry, I don't know, physics. Can we, yeah, 9, 10, so give me patience.
Having to
Okay.
deal with everything that Ron DeSantis makes me do, like teach math. I am currently on administrative leave, and my principal has told me that I will most likely not be returning back to the classroom. All because I celebrated the murder of a misogynistic, racist, xenophobic fascist. Just to be clear, all I did was post a video where I was dancing and saying that he got what he deserved while pouring out a beer. I was also wearing a graphic t-shirt that depicted the moment that he died. And then
Oh my god! Okay, the girl. What the? You know what? Like, all those videos, I'm like, yeah, this is unhinged. Dancing, celebrating someone's death like that, it's unhinged. But, you know, okay, you know, it's not, like, yeah, it's fucked up, but whatever, you know, it's unhinged behavior. She just said that she wore a t-shirt with the moment when Charlie Kirk was shot. I have to play this again because I don't believe my what I'm hearing.
Where I was dancing and saying that he got what he deserved while pouring out a beer. I was also wearing a graphic t-shirt that depicted the moment that he died. And then
You do. Oh my god. And you wonder why you were fired. Yeah, you wonder why you were fired. You do realize, like, yes, your current students are 9, 10. That doesn't mean, even though social media has restrictions for kids under the age of whatever, 12, 13, XYZ, do you think that all those kids are following this, like all the parents are following this rule? No. These kids, I can bet that a lot of those kids still have access to social media. And then imagine you're like a kid and you're scrolling, like, you really have to be careful because you're a kid, you're scrolling through TikTok. Like, yeah, a lot of kids are on TikTok regardless of their age. Like, this is the sad reality. Not every parent is, you know, just is enforcing consequences, or like is consequential in not letting their kids on, you know, they're just keeping them away from social media. And then you see your teacher. You see your teacher dancing, celebrating someone's death while wearing a t-shirt with the picture of this person getting shot. Like, what? Literally a graphic t-shirt. Holy shit. Yeah, no, like that's... Kids these days can't even read analog clocks. It started happening when kids were graduating high school in early 2020s. Makes you wonder what kids are learning in school lately. No, seriously, like what the fuck are they learning? If you then see their this is why I got fired. Because of concerning behavior. So anyway... They don't think they're worse than animals, and I'm not saying that with hate, but it's just the reality. They're definitely not thinking logically and with common sense, and that is very, very concerning.
Said his kids are better off without him. Really not that bad, and
really not that bad. She just said that she said in the video that his kids are better off without him. Without their father, who, by the way, was not a fucking Satan. What's going on? What is happening? I know I'm going in circles. I know I'm making the same points and the same comments, but I'm just out of words. Like, I'm at a loss for words. Yep.
They're taking away my rights for free speech. And to think that I had at least 7 LGBTQ plus students in my classroom.
You have the right to free speech. You can say that. Did she just say that she has like LGBTQ plus students in her classroom? 10-year-olds? 9-year-olds? Like, I just... Can we not? Kids are kids. Can we not? Kids think that they play as puppies or they play as kittens. Can we not? Yeah, please refresh the video, because it seems to improve it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, it's probably buffering. Like, if you refresh the video, I'm gonna wait. You guys can go ahead and refresh it. I'm just gonna take a short pause to hydrate right here. Like, as much as, I, support LGBTQ community, I support it for adult people. And I am, just, I don't necessarily like, people putting words in kids' mouths, people trying to, I don't know, like program kids. Like, I support therapy. I support, like, hey, looking into it. Like, seriously, if if the kid is going through something and it seems like, oh, it's long term, and they're, like, yeah, they're, I hope that they get support. And, if the kid is saying something like, okay, yeah, let's look into it. Let's talk about it. Let's see where it goes. And then as they grow, like, yeah, sure. Like, don't like, we don't have to like restrict them, but hey, maybe, yeah, like therapy is good, absolutely talking to your children, talking honestly to them, with them. But I just don't like, I really don't like it when the concept of like small kids, and I mean, like, I don't know, I've seen stories where someone said, like, my child knew that they are, let's say, transgender from when they were 2. And I'm like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They are a child that is 2. They probably, one day they think they're a boy, or, the opposite gender, and the next day they think that they are a cat. Like, isn't that a little bit too early, a little bit too fast, Like, I fully support talking openly about things like, as they come up. Yeah, no, like, I've seen stories of like parents claiming that their child was transgender since they were like 2, 3, and I'm like, that is just not possible. It's just not. They are developing, they're finding themselves. Let them find themselves, you know? Yeah, let them find themselves. Like, don't, you know, don't obviously, like, oh, don't vilify them for like later in life trying to find their identity. Just let them. As long as it's not, you know, until their adulthood, as long as it's not like drastic surgical medical intervention. I'm sorry, I don't agree with medical intervention or very drastic like surgical procedures on kids. Until they are adults, they can decide for themselves, and then you can support them in their journey, you know. That's fine. That's fine if that's what they want after, like, you know, they've received their therapy, they're receiving support from you and being like, hey, you know, like, yeah, sure, find yourself, you know. Don't restrict them, but at the same time, just like, you know, hey, there's that. Yeah, kids are kids. Kids are gonna copy each other. They're gonna be creative. They're gonna make up things. They're gonna change their minds. They are gonna experiment, you know, with their styles, with their identity. That's fine. That is fine. You know, don't vilify them. Don't punish them for trying to find their identity. At the same time, yeah, like Dorothy says, kids can't know if they are trans. They should be left alone to learn. Exactly. Just leave them alone to learn about the world. They don't need to know things like gender and gayness unless it comes up. Yeah, unless like, oh, somewhere along the way, like, I don't know, conversation comes up. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about this. How do you feel? Okay, well, you know, like, you can explore, you can, you know, find your identity. And then when you're ready, when you're an adult and you're ready to, when you're absolutely sure this is still your decision, you know, you've gone through, you know, the puberty and you've gone through things that you are certain, sure, you know, then be you. But I can't. Also, Cringe Kun, sorry, thank you so much for joining Even Angry Mob. Goodness, guys, I have to like add 13 plushies. I'm gonna, my Warudo is gonna die a little bit, but so that's what I think about the matter. Unfortunately, I've seen teachers like, or people like this one that teach kids, and they're like, I have LGBTQ plus kids in my first grade, which are like 6-7 year olds, and I'm like, yeah, that is probably not possible. I mean, that's most likely not happening. You probably have kids that are more sensitive. You probably have kids that maybe are more delicate, more like less delicate, less sensitive. You know, you have different personalities. They are finding themselves. Let's teach math. Let's teach math and let's get to know the kids, you know, let's get to know their personalities. That's it. That's all they need to be heard, to be, you know, no, I don't know, known, heard, acknowledged. That's it. Does your couch have room for 13 plushies? Well, I think holy 14. Jesus Christ. Guys, Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll fit it. I'll fit it in somehow. Let's just watch this video. Let's just you know,
and I know
let's see.
I had at least 7 LGBTQ plus students in my classroom
in 4th grade,
and I know they need me. This is just so unfair.
Once again, before anybody jumps the gun, this is a satirical video, and she's just mimicking the delusion of the ABCD.
Oh, it's a satirical video. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Thank God for this context. Oh, so she's being satirical. Okay, so she's being satirical. This was not the person that did this. Holy fuck. But I'm sorry. Oh God. Okay, so this is just satire. this was not the person who posted the original video, but apparently there were people like that. So, because I've seen some around that were like dancing, celebrating, whatnot. But thank God. Oh my God. But yeah, but unfortunately people like this exist too. So there's that. Wait, because did I do something? Make that 15 plushies. Lord, wait, are my arms? Oh no, they're here. I was like, are my arms here? They're here, they're fine. My bad then. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. Well, good thing that we got this. I'm sorry, because I was like stopping and I was just, okay. So good thing that it's satire, but unfortunately, yeah, there were videos like this before. So
I always talk about.
What the fuck are you supposed to do when you get fired?
Oh, this one was real.
You just take it like a man? I'm unemployed. What am I supposed to do now? Do I go home and goon? Like, guys, what do I do? Like, actually, like, what do you do when you get fired? What's the next step? Do you look obviously you look for a job, but like,
do you look for, yeah.
I ain't got no income now. I spent my last $300 on a parking ticket. That was on me. I did let it sit.
Yeah.
It was like a $30 parking ticket. It went up to $300. I really don't want to talk about it, but what am I supposed to do, guys? Oh my God. This, you know
Jesus.
When they say, like, once you get to a point
16?
in adulthood where it's not
16.
It's not enjoyable. No. I don't know who said adulthood was enjoyable. I'm just kind of, but like,
wait.
It's not enjoyable. I don't know who said once you get to a point in adulthood where it's not enjoyable. I don't know who said adulthood was enjoyable. I'm just kind of, but like, what am my gas? I haven't got enough for gas, guys. Oh my God, what am I? Is this what I can't do this? I'm supposed to do this for the rest of my life? Like I can't. What am I supposed to do, guys? Please, someone.
Yeah, well, find a job.
Put financial tips. Oh my God.
The lack of self-awareness from these people, and as usual, they have that certain look I always talk about: the bull nose ring piercing and just looking like a.
This is what I was talking about. The nose ring theory. The nose ring theory. Guys, the nose ring theory is real. I told you, the piercings, the thick glasses. I mean, not to, like, she actually looked relatively like normal, but she actually didn't look that much. But there was a tank top. Wait, was there a tank top? Wait, kind of. Kind of. So she's like tank top, thick black glasses, guys, and a nose ring. Am I crazy? Am I seeing things? Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus Christ. The nose ring theory is real. Oh no. All right. Can we pull the nose ring? The theory is undeniably true. I did watch a video on the nose ring theory, and I don't necessarily think that it's like true, like, oh, and every person is the same, like every single person is not the same. So like, just because you have a nose ring like this doesn't mean that you're gonna be automatically unhinged. But however, there is something about the combination of nose ring and thick framed glasses and a tank top that just is there. There's something there.
Here you are now recording a video of yourself crying, which before engaging in certain actions, but because you've been coddled all your life, grown adults, I'm sure you understand that, if you engage in certain actions, certain things might also happen to you for engaging in certain actions, but
the creator is Yinka.guy. Yeah, that's the creator. So if you guys want to watch it, you can watch the full video.
Because you've been coddled all your life, you don't seem to realize that.
Because I'm gonna be skipping to like videos, like the
video
clips.
of yourself crying, which I do not understand why they do this for. Because you're showing us all how stupid you are, and also showing us all that our work is not in vain.
We are about to witness firsthand several people get fired for what they posted on social media yesterday. And as somebody who works in HR and manages this on the back end, let's talk about it. If you've ever followed me or looked at my page, I like to give people job tips. And one of my biggest job tips that somehow goes viral all the time—
don't go unhinged online.
Disagreeing with it is that You are accountable for what you posted if I can connect you to your company in any way, shape, or form. You are a representative of that company. It does not matter that I can do whatever I want in my free time. If I can connect you to your company, you are a representative of that company, which means that whatever actions you take...
Which is exactly what I was saying. Like if you display on your social media profiles that you work at XYZ company, you are immediately whether you like it or not, this is not your private space anymore. You are a representative of that brand, of that label, of that company. And thus, if the company can connect you, people can connect you to the company and the company can find your unhinged content, yeah, they're gonna find a reason to, there's gonna be consequences.
Are gonna have the consequences that the company decides for your employment.
Yep.
Disagree with me all you want. That's how it works. We all know this. We have seen public outcry. We have seen people get fired for posting things that we all disagree with. And all it takes is a collective mindset of people to go in and say something to a company or give them proof. Here's the irony of this all. Yes, speech is free, but there are consequences to everything. And you need to weigh the risk. And the sad thing is, the people who were celebrating yesterday, who are going to be fired this week, next week, they did not weigh the risk. And I will keep repeating this over and over and over and over again. Your actions have consequences. As a Christian, your actions have consequences. Our God is a gracious, merciful, forgiving God. But there are still consequences to the choices that you have made. And while I don't enjoy letting people go or firing them for bad decisions that they've made, because I know that sometimes people just make really bad decisions, there are consequences. And I will repeat this over and over and over again, that there are consequences to everything that you post, and you really need to weigh the risk.
Look, you are creating an image and for yourself. And unfortunately, if people can connect you to your job, the company, you are creating an image for the company, and the company doesn't like bad PR, and the company doesn't like to be associated with people who are unhinged and create very bad PR for the company. So it's just like, maybe try not to connect your social media to your place of employment. In that case, if you don't want to be recognized, if you don't want to be connected. Crazy Coyote says seeing these videos feels like that scene from ID4 where the alien ship's shields are down and Randy Quaid says, "Payback's a B7." Payback's a biatch, ain't it? Yeah. When will you learn that your actions have consequences? Like, I think people just forgot. I think certain people really forgot about the fact that, hey, just because you might be on the side that usually cancels people does not mean that you cannot be canceled yourself. Does not mean that consequences don't apply to you. Yeah, that's the... Guys, you can have thick glasses, you can have a nose ring, you can have a tank top, as long as you're reasonable people. But I think there's something in the combination of the three, The combination of the three just makes it... I think it just like throws the I don't know, magnetic field out of balance or something. Like on its own, it's like infinity stones, on their own, like, yeah, they're kind of, they're still powerful. They're not that powerful, but like together, it's like, it's a whole new world. You can do whatever, you can blip people out of existence, I guess. All right, let's watch this one.
Jobs because they went on the internet and celebrated.
I think losing a job is not that bad.
Right. The amount of people complaining that they're losing their jobs because they went on the internet and celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk and are now being reprimanded for their actions and losing their jobs is insane. If it ain't the consequences of your own actions, you just celebrated a man's death and you're upset you lost your job?
We got us a brain.
Joshua says, I have thick framed glasses too. No, it's okay. I think you didn't disturb the chi. You don't disturb the world's chi with like just the thick glasses. I think it's a combination that like disturbs the chakras. Like activates some like weird unhinged jutsu, like Naruto jutsu or something. You didn't disturb the world's cheese. Yes. Oh, God.
Brand new. Fucked around and found out.
University of Michigan, I guess. Is it Michigan? Or Mississippi? Wait. Okay, well, no, it's Mississippi, I think. Mississippi, right? Well, University of MS. I don't know which state it is, but or Massachusetts? Massachusetts? Wait. University of MS? What that is. Oh no! I don't know which. Wait, what is MS? Is it Mississippi or Massachusetts? Massachusetts. I thought the moon was cheese. If you're wondering why I sound erratic, it's because I'm on mobile and it's hard to type, and autocorrect is a pain. No worries. No worries. It's okay. Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Okay. So, University of Massachusetts employee fired over social media posts on Charlie Kirk. Yeah.
Champion, and for the first time ever, it's an affluent, white, liberal woman from right here in Mississippi. As the headline reads,
Mississippi.
University of Mississippi, that's Ole Miss for those that don't know, employee fired over an insensitive comment in the wake of the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, the headline didn't initially include a photo or Lauren Stokes' name. It just had a picture of Charlie Kirk with that headline, and it never said her name anywhere in the story. Now, you know damn well if that had been a right-wing state employee,
yep, it would have said their name.
About a liberal who had been assassinated, their image, their family's image, their address, their employment history, their blood type, and everything else about it, including their children's first, last names, and social security numbers, would have been posted all over the damn internet. So we're.
I mean, it's not untrue, because I've seen several other cases where. Several other stories where the scenarios were flipped, and I have to say, yeah, there were much more, some media outlets, some news outlets, yeah, they posted very liberally information. Like, they really posted a lot of information about, you know, even DNA order too. Yeah, you know, and I love how certain media outlets are not even reporting on this, or they just really try to not post too much information, which is, yeah, you know, he's not wrong.
Return that favor preemptively and make sure we show you her face. And here's the Instagram account right here where she posted this hateful nonsense at, which, by the way, they didn't put that in the article either, but Clay Edwards here to fill in the blanks for you and do some real fucking journalism around here. Here's what Lauren Stokes said. For decades, white supremacists and reimagined Klan members like Charlie Kirk have wreaked havoc on our communities, condemning children and the populace at large to mass death for the sake of keeping their automatic guns. They have willingly advocated to condemn children and adult survivors of SA, you know what that means, to forced pregnancy and childbirth. They have smiled while stating the reasons people who can birth children shouldn't be allowed life-saving medical care when miscarrying, and that's a damn lie. Continuing, they have incited and clapped for the brutalizing of black and brown bodies. So no, I have no prayers to offer Kirk or respectable statements against violence. Now, she's also a restaurant owner in Oxford, but I am very, very anti-cancel culture. I do not believe in attacking people's restaurants, giving them fake bad reviews, or any of that nonsense. But, however, when you're a state employee and you post some trash like this, you fuck around, you find out. We're all held to account at some point. Yeah. She was held to it today. Nice to see the occasional affluent white woman. I think there's an abbreviation there that spells awful. Get her comeuppance for once. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
It's just, even the thing that she said, or even the thing that she wrote, I don't know, when the thing that he quoted her on, was it necessary to post that? Like, you didn't have to. Like, that was your opinion, which you have a right to, but like, did you have to post it? No. Yeah, it's very interesting what we're seeing right now. All right, let's see another one.
I want to sit here and act like I'm okay, but I'm not. I just got laid off, which really fucking sucks. But also, I'm taking it as a blessing in disguise. I'm grateful. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm just frustrated that they waited as long as they did to tell me. So, hope your day is going better than mine.
That sucks.
But what did she do?
Episode 5 of Let's Make These People Famous for the vile things they have said about Charlie Kirk's unaliving. Because let's get one thing straight, I don't care what political party you are a part of, this is never okay. This is Megan Trammell, and she is a library technician for the Prince William County. She said,
all right, so she's a state employee.
School, as he is talking about school
county
blank
employee.
And how blank control isn't the answer will never not be funny to me. And spare me the pearl clutching, I don't care.
Wait, whoa, Iwa. Him getting, okay. As he was talking about school shooting and how gun control isn't the answer will never not be funny to me. And spare me the pearl clutching, I don't care. Wow. Wow.
And spare me the pearl clutching, I don't care.
Wow.
This is Devin Cassidy, and she posted this vile video that I will show you. She is a social worker for the Legal
Oh
Aid
my
BC.
God.
And on their
Dude, you're a social worker. Did you not think about this? Like, your people you consult, people you talk to, they probably see this. And they're like, wow, what a vile person. And this is my social worker. Like, yeah, that's what they're gonna see. They're gonna see your comment. They're gonna see if you can be linked, which obviously she can, or yeah. Yeah. What is going on? Do people have zero common sense?
It says LABC denounces offensive content circulating online. They call her a former employee.
Charlie Kirk got finally, somebody with a gun. Almost everybody in the states grew a pair and went and on the right side. Thank you. Can we keep this up, please?
This is Jacoby Williams.
Can you keep this? Can we keep this up, please? Yeah, this is actually calling for violence. That's actually the legal issue. Like, that is actually legal grounds for firing because they like literally. Wait, I have to like. Where's my cable? Sorry, I know I'm gonna be glitching, but I have to like plug my phone in because it's tracking my stuff and it's running out of battery. Of course it's running out of battery because I didn't charge it. Yeah, sorry. Patience, please. Okay, I am done. Yeah, this, as Legal Mindset said, this actually is, you know, it does. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, this is some like legal grounds for termination because I'm really flexible. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, that's actually grounds for termination because she's literally calling for more violence, and that can absolutely, well, you know, she can say whatever she wants, but again, she is, if this links her to her employer and other people and the clients, and they report like, hey, I don't feel comfortable working with this person because they are quite literally calling for other people to be shot. Yeah. Oh, this was another thing, I think, that, okay.
Thank you. Can we keep this up, please?
This is Jacoby Williams, and he is a Marine officer recruiter. He posted another blank man popped. The update is he has been fired, allegedly. This is Joanna Scavender, and she said, may you never find rest and always suffer in eternity. Charlie Kirk, that's karma.
Jesus
and she
Christ.
works for the Cleveland Heights University. As an
Dude, Intervention specialist. Like, do these people have zero intelligence? Social workers, these are the people that work with I mean, these people are working with people, working with kids. That is insane.
Specialist. I have so many more of these to come, so stay tuned for part 6. Is this the car chase video that TMZ says their employees were cheering for when the unaliving of Charlie Kirk was announced?
What?
Who were watching a car chase, and they were laughing, they were clapping,
what?
And you could hear it out here.
Because if this is the video, which I think it is,
oh my God,
they're in even more hot water than they were initially. Because this is not a good look. Now I'm gonna play you this car chase video, and you let me know if you would be cheering during this car chase video about the car chase.
SUV has driven on wrong side of the street.
Specifically. Thank you to one of my followers for sending me this, because this may
Oh,
be
so
the nail in the
dangerous.
coffin for TMZ at this point.
See, it started in Temple City, and we saw that. Go ahead, Philip.
Well, I wanted to let you know that President Trump has said Charlie Kirk has died. So that is the breaking news that we are likely about to have with ABC News. He was shot in Utah at a college there. We've been talking about that throughout the afternoon here. You probably know that it has happened. But if you've seen the images, let's go to a special report with ABC News.
People should really see the irony.
Man, it's just people, just why, just, you know what, let's stop here. I think this is a good good moment to stop, to kind of conclude the video. I'm gonna like put the now I'm gonna be placing the plushies in the room. FYI, Sona, a lot of those awful people are in education from what I've seen in other videos, so it's bad. It's so horrible. I've seen this too. I've seen it too. I've seen like Twitter posts, which by the way I probably can pull up, but several Twitter posts that showed people, saying certain things, and like, for example, like university students, they are saying unhinged stuff. This is a conversation, but there were several people, and a lot of them are in like the field of education, social service, social work. It is insane. It's pretty insane. Can we just watch the capybara mess with? They can let's watch something positive. Let's watch Bruce Capybara Lee. Next Cappy Lee movie coming soon. Okay, guys. This is it. What we've learned today is a lot. We've learned a lot. We have I hope that you guys can end this video, can go from this video and look for more information yourselves. And I hope that the video made you think a little bit about how to conduct yourself online, about what is okay, what is not okay, maybe not okay to post. I mean, you are free to post anything you want, any opinion you want, but there are gonna be consequences, and please just don't be unhinged online. Just be reasonable, have common sense. Don't be these people, because that's messed up. And I wish them well, regardless of what they said, regardless of what the videos showed. I do wish them well, and I wish them improvement, self-improvement and self-reflection. That's what I wish for them. I wish that they reflect on themselves and they see this as a valuable lesson for the future when they are older, perhaps wiser. I mean, I hope wiser. Yeah, a lot of those people, I just hope that if they have families, I hope that they look at their families and think for a moment that, hey, Charlie Kirk had a family too, you know? He had small kids. Like, look at your kids. Would you like them to grieve like that? I don't think you would. I think you would like your kids to be happy. I think you would like your kids to have you as a parent for a long, long time. You wouldn't wish this upon yourself, so why wish this upon someone else? Think before you say, yeah, is the moral of this. Think twice, 3 times, fucking in some cases, think 10 times before you say something online. And that is it. Just, you know. Well, I wish them wisdom. I wish them wisdom and self-reflection, and that is it. But now it's time for the plushies. So it's time to add the plushie. I did add another fish to the ensemble, but I have to add more. So I am adding, guys, 16. Are you guys crazy? 16 plushies. What are we adding today? Are we adding capybaras? Let's add capybaras. Capybara. Oh, there's no cappy. What? No, I forgot that there's no capybara in here. Was there no capybara? Cow, donkey, sheep, yada, parrot. I wanted a copy. I swear there was a copy. You know what? I'm gonna add an emu. I think emu is fine. All right. Let's add an emu. Wow. Thanks. No. All right. All right. Okay. Let's add emus. All right. So that's 1. Wait, what? Jesus. Okay. 18. I don't think monkey banana raffle. The entire fucking room is gonna be plushie suit. Jesus, plushies. Okay. So this was 1. I have 17 more to add. Maybe monkey. Oh, maybe monkeys. You know, a room full of monkeys. Let's just roll with why? Oh. Where's my plushie? Oh, okay. This is it. Because this is some monkey business. This is just some unhinged monkey business. Alright, so 2. It has to be 18, so there's that. 3. Dude, where's that monkey? Okay. 3. God, so many. 4. No! No, it's actually 19 now. Oh, Jesus, it's 19. So 3, 4. Let's place it here. God, I'm running out of space. I am running out of space. 4. 5. Let's start placing it here, because, yeah, 5. Okay. 6. 7. Oh, okay, I have some space. 8. Jesus. 9. Jesus, 20. 10. 11. Wow. 12. 13. 14. Guys, it's too much. 15. Okay, 5 more, 5 more. 16. Let's go, I guess here. I guess I can put it here somewhere. Okay. I guess here. I guess here is fine. Wait. Ah, okay, 16. 17 somewhere here. Jesus. Okay, 17. My goodness. 17. 18. 19. Holy fuck. Wait, okay. I have to like turn it around a little bit. 19. Okay, 19, 19. Oh, I can put it on the table. Wait a minute. 19. And 20. Hey. Finally. Okay. Listen, it looks bad. It's getting a little bit out of control. It's a little bit out of control. Like I really have to like so many of them. Yeah. So many plushies. Look at that. Wait, can I like turn it around a little bit? Oh, I can kind of like turn it a little bit, but oh my god. Wait, let's see from this perspective. Jesus Christ. I can probably like make it. Oh, look at that. So many. What the fuck? There's so many of them. Okay. So anyway, back to let's place it like this. Okay. Back to the point or the video. I don't know. I am very conflicted today. I'm very not even conflicted. I'm just very discouraged and very, for some reason I just feel so defeated by what I'm seeing. No, 21. Are you crazy? Wait, where's the... Okay, 21, I guess. Jesus. Wait, 21, another monkey here. Yeah. Alright, that's it. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I just feel very concerned about what is being propagated online, what I'm seeing from people, how little sympathy I'm seeing from people online. Like very, very little. How little empathy, ironically, I'm seeing from people who are preaching about empathy, about sympathy, and yet there's none. There is none. How desensitized we are becoming. How unbothered we are becoming about opinions that are, or content that is being presented to us, and how unbothered we are about our behavior online. That is, I think that's the worst part. Like, you think that your online presence is completely separate from your personal life if you, like, even if you link, like you plaster your name on it, you plaster your picture, your face online, you think that it's completely separate from your personal life. It's not. Like, even me, you know, I don't show my face. I have a brand. I don't link to any of my personal stuff. This is my VTuber account. I like to be a VTuber. I don't like to show my face. These are my opinions. But I also believe in proper conduct online and, you know, just being mindful of how I behave, what I post, you know, how I express my opinions, and I try hard to have compassion and have sympathy and see both sides in every argument. And yeah, like, you know, even if it's just a brand and I'm, you know, even if I don't post my full name, my face online, I still am careful about things. I just don't, you know, on one hand, you can admire the bravery, you know, the boldness, because these people, like, they plaster their face online, they plaster their name, their company, LinkedIn's, all over their social medias, and that's bold. That's bold. That's a bold move. But I think a lot of them just learned a valuable lesson that, hey, maybe that's not, you know, things that you post on your accounts that are linking to your whole personal life and like place of employment. Maybe think twice. Okay, that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, sitting down with me, watching this and discussing the whole situation. you know, regardless of whether you agree with me, disagree with me, you can absolutely disagree. It's fine. It's fine. I get it. Opinions differ. If you know, whether you agreed with Charlie Kirk or disagreed with him, you were a fan, you weren't a fan, it's okay. You know, it's okay as long as you also think that, hey, maybe violence, maybe killing someone in cold blood like this is not the answer to differing opinions. Maybe we should have a little bit of restraint. Yeah, that's it. I would try to tuna in next time as well. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Please, you guys, tuna in next time. Stay tuna. God bless. Finally caught one of your streams. I love your vibes. Thank you so much, Azuri. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of the day, you guys. I would say, because this video was just so unhinged, you know what? The real world out there is not that bad. It's the internet. The internet is like a cesspool of toxicity every step of the way, on every corner. So you know what I wish for you to do, like what I hope that you're gonna do, and I hope that you're gonna you know, have this opportunity. Go out there, you know, just go offline for the rest of the day. Relax, watch something nice, you know, watch something relaxing, or go outside, or have something nice to eat. Talk to someone, talk to a friend that you really like. Do something that you enjoy. Just get your mind off of the absolute cesspool of toxic behaviors that is the internet. That's it. Thank you so much. You guys, stay safe out there at all times. Always lock your doors and windows, bury your haxes. Until the next time. Bye. Let's just do an impromptu hostage time without hostage time. It's okay. Yeah, just wanted to say the last bye, the last thank you to everyone who donated, to everyone who sent super chats, and yeah, go touch grass, or if it's nighttime, you know, just relax and just don't think of all the bad stuff that we've seen today. The internet is horrible, but everyone here rocks. Joshua, thank you so much. I'm gonna add another plushie to the ensemble. Thank you. Bye.